So today I want to talk about how your beliefs, where they are right now, are what they need to be for right now. So something that trips us up, I think, something I notice in myself is I feel like I need to know what I need to know in the future. Does that make sense? I need to anticipate what's going to happen and know what I need to know now. But the truth is, we only need to know what we know now. We only need to know the part of the journey that we're in now. Even if some of the things we believe turn out to not be true later on in the journey. And what has inspired this is yesterday I rewatched Moana, and I was just thinking about how, every stage of the hero or the heroine's journey, they believe certain things, and the beliefs that they hold in that moment are what propels them to take the step that's in front of them. And then they get to a different place in the journey. They learn things. Things are revealed to them. So when Moana starts her journey, she has to believe in that moment that the sea has chosen her, right? And the ocean has chosen her. She's the chosen one. And that's what gives her the motivation to leave her island and set sail in a boat. And then when she is first in the first stage of her journey, she has to believe that what she's going to do is get Maui to return the heart to Te Fiti, right? That's what she believes. She believes that that's her mission, and that is what she has to do. And then along her journey, she's changed by the experiences that she has. She's changed by meeting Maui and all of the stuff they go through and all of the stuff she learns and all the stuff he teaches her. And then at one point, she really believes that she's fucked up and she's made the complete wrong choice. There's the moment where she's all alone, and she truly believes that she isn't chosen. That was all a big mistake. And in that moment, that's when, through that belief, she has a moment of receiving the divine guidance of her grandmother, who comes as a stingray. If you haven't seen this film, you might not be following. But in that moment, in that deep, dark moment where she truly believes that she is all alone, that's what opens her to be receptive to the support of her ancestors, to her grandmother who's transitioned to the other side and has come back as a stingray to guide her and help her, right? That wouldn't happen at any other stage of the journey. She already had to have done so much to even get to that point. And then at the end of her journey, or not the end, but when she finally gets to Te Fiti and Maui actually can't do it, it ends up having to be her who restores the heart. Now, if she'd known that it would have to be her, maybe she wouldn't have even set off on the journey in the first place, right? Because all she needed to know at that point was what would get her to start the journey. So everything I'm saying is, I'm trying to say that we don't always need to know every twist and turn in our journey in order to set off. And in fact, we shouldn't. It's not natural to know where something's going to lead you. You have to have the limitation of where you are now and your consciousness now and your beliefs now. Whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's a business or a creative project or an idea or something, some part of your self-expression, some part of your soul's self-realization. Whatever you believe now is what you need to believe in order to start the journey. But obviously, you have to have faith as well in order to start. You can't start off the journey thinking, I can't do this. You have to start off the journey thinking, like, you have to have that beginner's mindset of like, the sea chose me and I'm going to do this and this is going to be easy. Like, you almost have to like jump in with that like wide open heart of like the innocence of the adventurer. And I think about myself when I was like in my late teens, early 20s, and I had a lot of that like gumption. Is that the word? I had a lot of that like energy of like, yeah, I'm just going to do it. Like, I wanted to go traveling for my 21st birthday. I wanted to go alone traveling. So I just decided to just find a bunch of stuff and I just went, and there were so many things on that trip that were like really challenging. And it's a good thing I didn't know that that I would have those challenges, because if I'd really overthought it, I wouldn't have gone. But I'm really glad I went. I learned a lot about who I am. I learned like so much, and I had some amazing experiences. And that's pretty much my message for today, is like, if you have a belief that's saying like, I can't start until I know all the answers, or I can't start something until I've like mapped it out in my head, that's not how journeys work. That's not how the hero's journey works. That's not how the heroine's journey works. We can't know. We don't get the map at the start. We are guided moment to moment, and our beliefs are going to change. Our beliefs are going to fluctuate. And another really important part of this is like, you're allowed to change your mind. You don't have to stand by what you said now. In a week's time, you can be a different person in a week's time when you've experienced the experiences that you're going to have. Like, I always think this with the podcast, because like I stop myself from saying things because I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'm going to change my mind. But it's like, no, I can say things with conviction now and change my mind tomorrow, you know. Probably half the stuff I've said on this podcast so far, I'm like, oh, actually, I have a new perspective now. I don't believe that so strongly, or I don't know. To be quite honest, I forget what I say, and maybe it's not even really my business, like how those words and those creations go out into the world. Because I'm sure if people who need them find them, they're going to serve their purpose. And that doesn't really have to do with me at the end of the day. So, yeah, whatever you're thinking about, like whatever journey you're on or you're embarking on, you really don't need to know anything other than what feels right now. Like what feels true now and what feels right now. And the beliefs that you hold now. Because your beliefs are going to change. It's inevitable. Who you are is going to change. I had a teacher in university who, she said something really simple to me, but it really stuck with me. I was like overthinking my final project, like my graduation show. And she was like, the show you make for this is not going to be the show you make in 5 years' time. It's just who you are now. You're never going to make something exactly the same. So you might as well just capture now, because in 5 years' time, you're going to be a different person. You're going to make something completely different. So I hope that inspires you. I hope you have a great day, and I'm sending you my love.